Hello everybody, this is Grace on a Journey, and you are listening to Grace on a Journey Channelings. Welcome to the newcomer, and to those of you returning, my fellow travelers, welcome back. I am happy to have you. So, welcome back once again. Today, this episode's title will be Inbox Messages. Inbox messages. And that is because I received the inspiration and the messaging in that type of vibe per se, where as I received the message, I was being notified that this is to relay to the collective. There are times I receive messages and I process them and gain an understanding that can assist me on my journey. But there are other times where it's specifically to relay the messages. And that is because it's needed right now. Some of you have contacted your spiritual support teams, whoever you include. Some being God, others being God, your guardian angels. Some include your benevolent ancestors. Some include ascended masters, and so forth. Now, I need to pause right there because I'm being redirected to assist with relaying in-depth understanding. In order for you to benefit at your maximum when we connect together, it will at times require for you to do your own research on your own free time. And the reason why I highly recommend this is because we have been programmed. We are being programmed. We will always be subjected to programming because we are connected. Due to this, we need to gain more understanding, because that will be of assistance in deciding I'm going to use this information and I'm going to classify this as something I could leave. Take what I want and leave the rest. In order for you to have more of an accurate sense of direction as to what will be useful to you or not. When you listen to teachings such as this, or debates, when you read, whatever you do, whatever you engage in to gain higher learning, it's important for you to pause at times and look up words, some words that you've been familiar with, that you've heard all your life, that you need to see from a different perspective. And I am being told that some of you have heard of ascended masters, and some of you have a negative idea in association to it. And this is connected to previous programming. But if you take your time to research what that entails and how someone is qualified as an ascended master, you will begin to lessen the judgment and begin to see more through the eyes of love. It is necessary for you to research what that means and how these individuals were qualified and what were their connections, because there are more connections than differences. They all have this in common, where they contributed to humanity. And so as much as we want to discriminate due to ignorance, which only means lack of understanding, gain understanding, so you can proceed in an intellectual manner and also while being balanced, which is the fruit of the universe. Okay, we're going to try to push aside our prejudices. We're going to try to push aside our misunderstandings. We're going to try to push aside our stereotypes. We need to be more welcoming with each other, because we are waking up to that we are more connected than disconnected. And so it would benefit you to know the connections you share, because it will offer you wisdom in how you maneuver through life using your wise mind, a mixture of being rational and being open with your emotions simultaneously. That was a confirmation just now. Before I get into the message that I received, I was told that I had to do a meditation with you. And this is to basically encourage you to continue in that sense of direction on your own. As I've shared before, I was redirected to spoon feed you less because I was so adamant that you receive everything that you would need in order to succeed. Those of you that are striving to reach a goal of transformation. But the reason why I was redirected is because I was told you have to do the work. When I do the work for you, it becomes a burden to me. When I do the work for you, it attracts resentment. When I do the work for you, it does not assist you in your own development. And this is why once in a while I get fine-tuned and, okay, we need to take this approach now and this approach now because the collective is adjusting this way, and you know, they need this push, they need this motivation, they need this amount of self-disclosure in order for them to identify, connect, and multiply in enlightenment. So although I was given direction to share a meditation with you, it is going to require some sense of creativity to offer this to you. Because how it was offered to me was by way of a vision. I saw a vision. And when I saw it, I immediately knew what it was, that I was to use this in form of a meditation with you. However, I would have to entail what we are visualizing collectively in order to get this energy across to you. So what I saw was a circle. And on the outside of the circle was a bigger circle surrounding it. And it continued in that momentum. A small circle, a bigger circle, a bigger circle, a bigger circle, something to that respect. Right? For some reason, it also gives me a glimpse or a connection rather to a fingerprint. Because some people have fingerprints such as these. Some of you have swirls. Some of you have different designs. But for some reason, as I'm visualizing it, I'm making that connection as well. And I think later on in the episode, it will be revealed to me why I'm connecting the two. But presently, the visualization that we'll be doing is meant to assist us at opening our chakras. The outer circles would be the base, all right? And as we go inward, the sacral, and as we go inward, the solar plexus, and as we go inward, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye, the crown. The center is what I connect to being the crown, because God is connected to the center of your being. Right? So this is why I'm taking the approach of the crown chakra being what is centered. So as we visualize and make attempt to open our chakras, what we're going to do is start from the base. So as we see one circle and a bigger circle and a bigger circle, we're going to see the outer circle right now. That is our focus, the outer circle. And what we're going to do is see it brighten up. Now, you can use your discretion as far as if you want to see it in a white light, or if you want to see it in a red light, then an orange light, then a yellow light, then a green light, then a blue light, then a purple light. It's your choice. This is your exercise. This is something that you will have available to you whenever you need it. So however you connect to it. My preference right now is I see a white light, right? So my focus is the white light. And as I see this outer white light, I'm connecting to I have. And since the theme has been our soul, like healing our soul, developing our soul, and so forth for the past couple of episodes, what do you have in connection to your soul? Well, I have confidence that I am supported on my walk of enlightenment. I have support on my walk to enlightenment. I have support on my walk to enlightenment. Now, as I go inward, I feel. And that circle is lighting up. The edge of that circle is glowing. I feel love. I feel love. And as we go inward, I can. I can be disciplined. I can be disciplined. I can be disciplined. Now, as we arrive to the heart chakra, to open that up, I love. I love my truth. I love my truth. I love my truth. As we go inward to the throat chakra, I speak. It's okay to pause because you are connecting to what comes to you when you say, I speak. I speak life. I speak life. I speak life. As you are repeating these affirmations, my desire is that you are doing your breathing exercises as well, allowing these affirmations to flow at your pace, absorbing the energy that it's offering you. I see. I see clearly. I see clearly. I see clearly. Now that we've arrived to our crown, our connection to God, although we are connected to God in totality, one of our most intimate connections to God, our crown. I know. I know my connection to God is real. I know my connection to God is real. I know my connection to God is real. Now you should be able to envision a very bright light. The circle all shaded in. You no longer see the separation between the crown and the throat, or the crown and the eye and the throat, and the heart and the solar plexus and the sacral and the root. You no longer see the separation in circles. It is one big circle. It is all open. It is all empowered, it is all activated. Now, an approach you may want to take is connecting to your higher self and answering these questions. Are you learning the soul lessons in attachment to all these parts of you? Soul lessons in relation to your crown. Soul lessons in relation to your third eye. Soul lessons in relation to your throat chakra. Soul lesson in connection to your heart chakra. Soul lessons in connection to your solar plexus. Are you learning soul lessons in connection to your sacral chakra? Soul lessons in connection to your base, your root chakra. Are you learning those lessons? Are you able to identify the people, places, things, energies in association to these chakras? When you see your crown chakra, who, what, when, and where is connected to that scene? Now, to assist you with understanding so you can continue these meditations on your own, some of you have experienced people manipulating your crown chakra. So basically, the awareness that that can be done, the awareness that mind manipulation is a thing, the awareness that I need to protect my crown chakra, the awareness that these are the ways I can protect my crown chakra, the awareness that I need to use discernment, the awareness that I need to know the voice of God, the awareness that there are times that I am meant to follow and there are times that I am meant to heal by standing up in my truth and leading, becoming the master of my own mind. Are you absorbing these lessons? Because the goal is to enlighten all of these different parts of you. As you do that, you multiply in your solar power. Now, these connections you're having with these people, places, and things and energies in relations to all those different parts of you, are they offering win-win conclusions? If they aren't, what adjustments do you need to be making? You see, a lot of us, and I used to be one of them, that would make statements like, it's hard to meditate. But it begins with a sense of direction. If you find it difficult, it's because you're just out of focus. You need something to focus on. And as we learn the necessities to go within in order for us to connect with our truth, with our authentic selves, we are taking baby steps. With the goal of development. Now, my desire is that you continue your own meditation exercises. What we just did now was an offering that was being made to you, in case it could be of use to you. That does not mean when you meditate in the future that you have to take this approach. Some people do not connect with visualization. I have had individuals share with me that, but I can't see anything. Like when I've conducted these meditations with people live, face to face. Some people say they can see. Some people say they can't see. If it's not of value to you, come on now, use your discretion. I trust you will make the right decisions for yourself. Although I would always be open to exploring, because there are times that you may try something today, and because you're open in exploring, one day you will see increase in that area. That was my story. I had a stereotypical, per se, understanding of what meditation was. Since my youth, what I would see others do to meditate is sit on the floor and cross your legs in a way. And my first impressions with meditation, believe it or not, were from school. And it wasn't from the teacher. During recess, when it is time for child's play, there would be students that would sit down on the concrete floor. All right? This was in Brooklyn, where I grew up, where I was born, and would be meditating out in the open without being directed to do so. Why? Because it was introduced to them at home. Because they knew the connections of how it would benefit them to assist them when we re-entered the school building and we had to continue working and applying ourselves. Now, yes, I must admit these were very mature students, but it's like I see them. I remember their names. And that was my first introduction to them. And then through television and you know, magazine articles. You know, I used to have all these subscriptions to all these different magazines. I grew up like that. Now I would see pictures of, you know, those sitting in front of candlelight and so forth, incorporating, you know, meditation, sometimes taking a bubble bath. There are a plethora of ways of including this in your lifestyle. You are your own guide when it comes to that department. So do what works for you. All that to say, do what works for you. The goal is to connect. The goal is to get closer and closer to those inner parts of you that you've been avoiding, because those are the parts that will assist you in development. Now, I was also guided to share what may appear to be what may leave you with a sense of curiosity. Like, why was she guided to share that? I want to tell you, to begin with, I do not need the answer to why. If I'm guided to do something, being a messenger, I do what I'm guided to do. Now, fortunately, as I serve, sometimes I'm able to connect the dots. Oh, this is why I was guided to share this. Oh, this is how this is related to this. You know? But as a messenger, I'm not here to fact check. I'm here to relay the messages. And it was brought to my attention that some of you needed a reintroduction to what spirituality means. Some of you grew up in believing that spirituality is rooted in dark arts. And this is due to your programming, all right, due to the families you come from, due to the societies we live in, and sometimes due to the positions that you take. Some of us are conformists and some of us are non-conformists, right? But the reintroduction to it is spirituality stems in different directions. There are meridian of practices in association to spirituality. But the definition that I was told to offer to you is a quality that goes beyond religious affiliation, that strives for inspiration, reverence and awe, meaning and purpose. Even in those who do not even believe in God. There are some who consider themselves spiritual that do not believe in God. Newsflash. Because I find that to be a little ironic. But again, I'm programming myself to see through the eyes of love and not the eyes of judgment. Because we are all on different paths, all at our own pace. And as we evolve, we grow in understanding, and we are open to different perspectives that add to us rather than subtract. Now, how I relate my connection to spirituality is I feel from time to time I will be offering you is confirmation, is spirituality to me. It's my foundation. And I practice it with balance and goodwill in mind. So although we can have a group of people sitting on a table all claiming to be spiritual, does not make them in alignment. Their practice of spirituality does not have to be uniform to my practice of it. And my practice of it does not have to be uniform to their practice of it. And those that are free-spirited tend to have an attraction to the umbrella of spirituality because it offers such a big umbrella. I can incorporate what I want, and I can declutter and release what no longer serves me. Right? Whereas when it is religion, it is more I'm hearing structured, but as we open ourselves to seeing things from different perspectives, we are awakening to the fact that spirituality can be just as structured as religion. It is just depending on your discipline and your willingness to surrender. All right? They both can be structured, because some people consider themselves religious and are not practicing. And that's just the truth. You can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. I'm thinking of a couple, but I'm going to take the politically correct approach right now. Right? You're not practicing. Or you're in falsehood. You claim that you're practicing, but you're really not. Sometimes it's because you are a closeted spiritualist, where you want it kept a secret that you engage in ritualistic activities, whether high vibration or low vibration, but you want to appear not to have any connection, any understanding, any experience with the occult. There are various approaches that people take, and it is your decision to make. I'm not here to tell you to come out of the closet. I'm here to tell you that you need to go into yourself. You need to know who you really are. That is what will open progression to you until you pause. Build up the courage that you need to make the voyage within. Until you do that, you will remain stagnant. These excuses that we've been using, the decision to remain in a victimized mentality. Oh, she's doing this to me. He's doing this to me. I was born in this predicament. This is the type of luck that I have. This is the pattern that is going on in my family. These are the cards that I've been dealt with. Okay, I'm hearing excuses, and more excuses. Now, where do you come in to co-pilot your life? Where do you come in to consider those opportunities that are being handed to you? And I'm being told to tell you that these opportunities have time constraints. If you do not connect during their availability, it gets reassigned. For example, you can be called to I have to share this because that's what's coming to mind. When I don't share what's coming to mind right when it's coming to mind, what ends up happening is a pause that sometimes leaves you I'm trying to find the proper way to say this, in unnecessary suspense. So, So there are moments like this where I am being called to release rigidity in order to offer more channeling to you. So what is being brought to me right now is a quote. Eternal memories is what connects us all. Even if you lose sight of each other due to the fact that there are some that you cross paths with that are seasonal, we all share a level of eternal memories. The more in depth your connection to your inner self, the more of these memories will be brought back to your consciousness for understanding. As you review the patterns and the win-win opportunities. Meaning those times that we had to learn our lessons the hard way. And then those times that we moved forward by following our intuition and received reward for it. That continues to be brought up to us because we are being called to change our perspective, even when it appears to be that you are in a state of receiving karma. It is recommended that you change your perspective from the negatives to the positives and recollect that in whatever direction you go, it's always a win-win, because you will either learn or you will either advance. Either way, it's a form of advancement, right? Because it's an opportunity to do better next time. But the eternal memories that we have in common the best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. Why? Because they all offered food to your soul. And as we experience enlightenment, We recognize what nourishment what the benefits are when receiving nourishment in form of soul food. We're being called to connect to our authentic self by engaging in exercises that inspire self-discovery. This is skill building. As you explore, you increase in skill development. One of the approaches that has been repetitive in the spiritual community is taking action to improve your sense of intuition. And one thing that I would like to increase due to the inspiration I'm receiving through these practices is completing projects that require forms of self-expression. I can tell you that can even be referred to as the secret sauce. As you engage in projects that require forms of self-expression, it takes you on a journey within. You experience a voyage to higher learning that is already inside of you, that is accessible to those of you making effort to connect to it. I'm hearing it's in your DNA. These practices, these efforts attract a plethora of opportunities promoting your soul to a series of ascending transformation. Now, this can lead to empowerment in areas of strength, of the knowledge being made available to you, of assurance of protection, the motivation, the push, the resilience, the vitality that you need, the enthusiasm that you need. The ability to adapt to the ups and downs of life, the seasons of life. And clear communication. Right? That special connection that's afforded to those that apply themselves and surrender to the fact that being studious in the Department of Spirituality will bring us closer to gaining insight on what will be of assistance to us when creating our individualized treatment plans. Those treatment plans in connection to manifesting spiritual growth. I don't know the approach that you're going to take. Only you know the approach that is best for you to take. But you need to discover ways to attract enlightenment into your lives. There are so many different ways to do it. Many of them are at the tip of my tongue. But again, I'm being told that a lot of you have been spoon-fed long enough and you have to do the work. Some of you are worried. Okay, that's what's being revealed to me right now. Am I going to be able to arrive at the end, at the understanding that I seek in relation to my spiritual walk? And that's a choice. The answer is that's your choice. You're being encouraged to continue doing healing work in association to your chakras. As you get to know yourself, you will get more inspiration as to what you need to include in your toolbox. Some of you that are indecisive, you need to discover ways that you will attract inspiration for decisiveness and for clarity. Those of you that feel cluttered, and some of you may even feel attacked. Others of you feel manipulated. You need to research ways on how to detoxify these spectrums of negative energy that you're being subjected to. But in order for you to arrive at that, again, you're going to have to disconnect, people. I know it's not something you necessarily want to accept. It's something that some of you are still pushing away. The message I'm receiving now is some of you feel like this discipline is going to be like hell. Again, these are messages that are being revealed as I share with you. I want to encourage you to take steps in choosing to be in a positive state of mind. It's a choice. All right? Utilize meditation, utilize mantras, utilize affirmations. One affirmation that I believe will be helpful to you is, my creative power can overcome any challenging situation. You can say it with me. My creative power can overcome any challenging situation. My creative power can overcome any challenging situation. Whenever you feel that you are cornered, right? I want you to have these go-tos to review, to repeat, to remind you that you can beat whatever it is that wants to be an obstacle, that wants to get in the way. You have what it takes. Speak life into your experience. Speak life into your human experience. I'm hearing that you attract the luck that you connected to, that you make yourselves connected to. There are ways to attract good luck, good fortune, and it's not by ways in association to cheating, in association to being lazy. All right? It's by way of learning the materials that we have available to us on earth that are of a high vibration and that can assist in our journeys in the directions that we choose for ourselves. We have to learn how to tap in, beginning with how to purify ourselves. That is the beginning. You have to be in a certain vibration to have access to what is considered as high vibration. We all have ups and downs. We all need purification routinely. And so when we make the effort to attract what is beneficial into our lives, we manifest it. Now, I'm going to either review or reintroduce a chant that many have been saying for a very long time. And one of the hesitations with participating in such practices is a lack of understanding, which leaves us in a spirit of ignorance because of the knowledge that is not available to us. I want us to begin to think before we move, right? A lot of us are in the practice of doing that, but I want us to increase in that department. Because something is from a different culture, or because something is new to you, or because people are saying, because something doesn't seem to be accepted, something seems to be taboo in the circles that you're in, does not mean that it will not benefit you in some way. This does not mean you need to engage in everything and anything that comes to mind. This means you need to build with God. You need to have a strong relationship with God. You need to be able to recognize His voice. You need to be able to use discernment. You need to be able to follow your intuition. Again, I'm just here to relay messages to you. But you have to have your own personal connection to God. A lot of what I share should be confirmation to you. And those of you that are new to this walk, then that is where you're heading, where you will, well, my desire is. That is where you're heading, where you'll be able to think for yourself, decide for yourself, and classify for yourself and accept what you want and leave the rest. Again, I speak life freely. I speak life freely. I speak life freely. I'm not here to oppress, and I'm not here to convert, and I'm not here to direct. All right? As I share my life's experience, as it benefits you, please make use of it. And in the areas that you do not connect, please move on to the next lesson. All right? I never want you to feel as if you are being manipulated in any way, or being pressured, or being led astray. I definitely do not want you to misinterpret my connections with you. All right? I offer these times that we share in the energy of goodwill, in hoping that it will affect the vibration of humankind in a positive light. Because I identify with such a calling. I understand that we're all individuals and we have our specific soul purposes, and that's on you, and that's okay, whatever it is. But I really want you to be reintroduced in what I'm offering you and parts of me that you are connecting with. Because I feel as if some trickery is how our connections began. With false introductions, lies, manipulation, theft, defamations of character. Okay? Once we realize the wrongs that we've done, or that we participated in, or that we need to reform from, we need to take the steps necessary. And although you did not know who I was originally, and this is some of you, this is not all of you. I'm very aware that some of you think for yourselves, understand for yourselves, and decide for yourselves. But those who were once in the energy of being a follower, open your eyes. I've heard many times before that you don't always remember names. You don't always remember faces, but you always remember how the person makes you feel. Take that into consideration. Because a lot of people that you don't give an opportunity to could be of assistance to you. Moving right along. What I was asked to share with you is Mani Padme Hum. Now, some of you already know where this is going. But there are those of you, oops, I've never heard that before. That's a different language. That's not comfortable territory. That's a no for me. I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh, but I'm laughing here. Okay? It's okay to laugh. And it's okay to do your own research. It's okay to pause. It's okay to be reserved. If you do not understand something, it's okay for you to gain an understanding and then consider how you move forward. But it's practiced in form of a chant. And you continue to repeat Om Mani Padme Hum. And as you repeat it, you attract what you are saying in form of affirmation. And what we are attracting is what it means. Meaning generosity. Ma meaning ethics. Ni meaning patience. Pad meaning diligence. Mi meaning renunciation. Hum meaning wisdom. Why are those the connections that are being made? Is because it is believed that the energy of purifies pride and ego. Reconnecting you or revitalizing you to your pure body. Okay, Ma purifies the jealousy and lust that you have within you. Ni purifies the passion and the desire that you have within you. Pad purifies areas of ignorance, areas of prejudice. Me purifies greed, and possessiveness. Whom purifies aggression and hatred. And so my question to you, with the knowledge that you've already came into this virtual room with, the understanding that is progressing, and the open-mindedness that you choose to be in the direction of, my question to you is, how could repeating this mantra or this chant lead to your detriment? I'm stating this because I have been present in certain assemblies that would make, I gotta say the truth, ignorant remarks in relation to lack of information. As we are evolving, we are attracting more information. And that is why more information is being made available to us. If you were not seeking more information, it would not be made available to you. Whether you're willing to admit it or not, you are seeking it. Whether it is consciously or subconsciously, you are seeking it. So, this exercise in chant is something that people repeat over and over and over and over. Some that label themselves as Buddhists. Others that do not label themselves as Buddhists, but they learned through life's experiences that every people has something to offer. We were all gifted with something to offer. With the promise of enlightenment. How we arrive to it is the path that we choose. And as we see each other through the eyes of love and not through the eyes of judgment, we not only respect ourselves, but we respect others. Whatever walk of life they have originated from. If they come in peace, if they come in truth, if they come in sincerity, most importantly, if they come in love, if they come in healing, if they come in peace. Should my religion be one of rejection? Is that what will afford me this love, this peace, this understanding, this evolvement, this enlightenment? Is it? These are all questions for you to go within and discover on your own. I hope my connections with you will increase your desire to use your God-given mind. At the capacity that is being made available to you. All right? Now, I want to continue with sharing the last bit of messages that I have to offer you. Beginning with, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Now, you need to repeat that until you believe that. You need to repeat that until you are in the energy of that. You need to repeat that until you attract that. I will repeat. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Some of you may connect to it more if you recite it in the present day English that you utilize. All right. It came with a couple of words, and I'll read it to you. Dear Lord, how precious is the assurance of your presence. I love you, and I trust my whole life into your hands. Dear Lord, how precious is the assurance of your presence. I love you, and I trust my whole life into your hands. Dear Lord, how precious is the assurance of your presence. I love you, and I trust my whole life into your hands. To continue, those of you that are in alignment with what God is calling you to do, know that you're protected. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to pause, relax, sleep, play. You are protected. Okay? As you continue to dwell in the alignment that God is calling you in, you will reap the benefits of regeneration. Besides protection, you will have all the defense required to progress on your path of righteousness. Be a force for good. Strive for balance. Stand up for yourself. Protect what you cherish. Righteous anger. Is part of the journey when it's called for. Part of. Meaning you do not remain in that season. Life is growth. If you stop growing, you stop living. So there will be periods where you experience righteous anger due to injustices, confirmation, injustices that you've experienced in your life. Do not beat yourself up about it. Understand it's part of the process. Understand you were meant to go through that to grow through that. Okay? None of it is in vain. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Call it in. Call it in. Call it in. As you exude positive energy, you attract positive energy. So if you want to attract a positive outcome, you need to be in the energy of positivity, but also you need to be contributing positive energies as well. This does not mean, okay, I'm claiming I'm positive. Okay, I am it because I said it. It's deeper than that. Yes, it begins with claiming it. It begins with the word. It continues with the action. Amplified by the energy that you invest in it. Activating your higher self. Now, those of you that are faced with a decision, some of you are looking for answers, guidance, direction. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? All right? And I'm told to also include that it's not always an extreme. Sometimes something person, place, thing, or energy could be of assistance. And sometimes they could be in the energy of decline. But what about the circumstances? And I heard a confirmation. Those circumstances where you are in conflict with your associations and what you are feeling convicted of. If your mind, wow, mighty. If your mind, body, and soul, if one of them or all of them don't belong, you don't belong. Because you need to be in alignment. So, if your body is in a connection, right, and your mind is not there, put some thought into that. Again, that's your decision to make, not mine. This is how I reason. This is how I move forward. If I'm not in alignment, then no. If there's just a chance that you can influence me to stagnancy or demotion in any case or manner, yes, I must release. It's not negotiable. It's God's will for my life. Those of you that are blessed enough or in the energy of blessings that have been brought the awareness of what you are called to do, be in the energy of gratitude. By recognizing its power and taking the steps that are divinely guided. When you are in divine presence, when you are on your right path, that is when you are with God. Meaning, when you are not in alignment, when you are choosing your way instead of what God is guiding you to do, when you are rejecting your intuition, when you are pretending you don't know what you know, you are farther away from your connection to your higher power, whom I call God. Learn to make the decision, not just one time, but time after time after time after time after time until infinity. Learn to make the decision to release difficulty. If there's something in the way, if there's something causing blockage, if there's something causing confusion, if there's something that's taking you off of alignment, If there's something that's putting you in the energy of doubt, if there's something that's manipulating you, if there's something that puts you in any kind of risk, release it. Love yourself enough to release it. Don't say, I didn't know, God. Don't say, you didn't tell me, God. Don't say, I couldn't do it, God, because you are right here. In this connection. Experiencing. Being in the right place. At the right time. Doing the right thing. So opportunities that were made available to you, that are being made available to you, are those same opportunities available to your neighbor. You decide. As the co-pilot, you decide. There's a repetition of the need for cleansing. All right? And when you hear this type of guidance, always break it down to the 3 parts of you. I am mind, body, and soul. If you need cleansing in your mind, you need cleansing in your body. If you need cleansing in your body, you need cleansing in your soul. Why? We are all connected. Whether you see it with the naked eye or not, we are all connected. Not just to each other, but all the parts of us make us. Now, you need to be cautious, okay? Because when you receive information that is being made available to you, that will be beneficial to you, understand the extremists in the picture. Some hidden, some present. Some wearing masks, some wearing capes. In your engagements with others, with people, places, things, and energies, look deeper into your associations, into your situations, before proceeding further. There are plots, there are traps. This is not calling for energies of paranoia. This is calling you for energies of alertness. Ask for it. What you ask for, you shall receive. Providing your intention is in alignment with the benefit for all, with God's will as the foundation. All right? There are many people, groups, associations, entities, energies that are not pleased to see progress in your lives. They will be making moves on you. Some of you will receive revelation by way of dreams. Others of you that have the gift of divination, you know what's coming. But yes, we are being called to be vigilant in our walk, because we are experiencing spiritual warfare, and spiritual warfare is real. This will not be pleasing to your ear, but the spirit of rage is lingering. Open your eyes. All of your eyes. And uncover what's behind the veil. There are cords that need to be severed. And there are some of you that said, I already did that. You're being called for a repeat. Those who know. The same way you can sever the cord is the same way they can repeat their rituals. And so routines of maintenance are necessary. Which explains why vigilance is called for. Discipline. Alignment. Decisiveness. And the necessity to detoxify spectrums of negative energy in our vicinities. As you are awakened to these masks being worn, to these trickster spirits, to these plots, take action. Now that you're in touch with the truth of the situation, you need to trust your gut. And you need to lovingly assert yourself. Do not lower yourself to the standards of those that are trying to pull you back. That would be beneficial to them. Learn to strategize. Learn to move in wisdom. Learn to gain knowledge of how to manifest win-win situations. Begin with learning the art of transmutation. Those who don't know. There are challenges in your life that are permitted in your life, being made available for you to use as step stools in your life. See the bigger picture. The law of tithing, you need to invest more time in connection to your spiritual walk. As you invest, you grow. You open doors to expansion in relation to your consciousness. And all that is being manifested, that is in alignment for your highest good, equally good for us all, with the foundation of God's will manifest in your lives. Remember, efforts required. Remember, if you want to live and experience your dreams while awake, you need to discipline yourself. You need to make the efforts. You need to follow your convictions while awake as well. It's all connected. Utilize truths from the experiences of those that you are experiencing parallel lives with, or those that you are mirroring with, or those that you are students of, or those that you are teachers of, wherever you're standing right now. Use these experiences to assist you in your decision making. Affording you wisdom of what will be beneficial to you as you maneuver in your life. Now, some of you are experiencing romantic connections, and some of you are approaching romantic connections. This can be in connection to a newcomer. This can also be in connection to a reignited passion. With wisdom. I wanted to pause before I said that. Strategically. And I repeat, with wisdom, be open to giving and receiving divine love. I'm hearing an echo. With wisdom, with wisdom, with wisdom, because there are some in illusion of attachment to you by way of low vibrational manipulation. Meaning this is not in alignment for God's will in your life. This is why you need to have access to the vision that all of your eyes are providing you with. Now you can choose. You can choose to walk in a state of blindness. You can choose to have selective sight. You can choose to be ignorant of symbolism. Those are all choices. But those that are dedicated to co-piloting their desired quote-unquote best life need to align with the requirements that are being made available to us. Again, I will remind you to research and get versed on what is the definition of an ascended master, who are considered to be the ascended masters. Why were they selected as such? Now, it's being brought up to us repetitively because we're building. Notice, as I share with you, as I relay messages with you, as we grow collectively by way of process, we are building. What we have processed prior to this were moments of foundation, moments of exploration, moments of experience. Moments of approaching to healing. In this season, we are walking in healing. In this season, we are declaring it as such. I walk in victory. I walk delivered. I walk redeemed. I fly so high. Speak life into your existence. Again, the circles that you engage with, understand there are circles in connection to your center, then going outward, trying to tell you what you should see if you don't see things the way they're seeing things. Trying to tell you what you should say if you are not saying what they are saying. Trying to tell you who you should love if you're not loving or hating who they classify you should be loving or hating. Understand the connections here. Due to these connections, due to the efforts being made to brightening the light of enlightenment and dimming the light of enlightenment, the extremes, right, that want to interfere, that want to influence, you will have some exposure to back and forth. Now, due to your spiritual promotions and understanding, you can now walk in wisdom. You can now set boundaries. You can now share in eternal memories, but Peace out. All right? You are the co-pilot of your life. You do have some say. It begins with the thought. It begins with the decision. And then you speak life into it with the word of declaration and acting on it, confirming it. Activating it. Registering it. Do not let this back and forth sway you. All right? Forward movement, backward movement, forward movement. That was yesterday. Today, claim your power. Today, trust that God has your best interests in mind. Trust that your path leads to win-win situations. Trust that as you develop yourself, you are closer and closer to manifesting the life that you deserve. All right? You need to recognize the truth for what it is. This back and forth may be in connection to your friends, colleagues, acquaintances, family, so forth. But once you've made your decisions, stand on it. Sometimes respect is not given, so it needs to be taken by way of boundaries. Respectfully, unapologetically. Reject victim mentality. Yeah, I experienced that. Yeah, that's my truth. Yeah, that did hurt. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, this is a new chapter. I said, I claim, I am a new chapter. Period. Know your power. As you open your mind to the truth of how powerful you are, you will begin to receive what you ask for. Remember, you ask with your mind, body, and soul. It is all in communication because it is all in communion. So as you say, I want to lose weight, what is your body saying? Is it saying exercise? Is it saying balanced nutrition? Are you saying these affirmations in connection to the spirit part of you? Are you saying, God, I know All the support that I need comes from you. I know you are supporting me. I know I am not alone. I know I am walking in my promise. Maybe this was a promise that you made to yourself. That I'm going to work on my health. I'm going to be healthier now. I'm going to take my medication on time. I'm going to take my supplements. I'm going to take my vitamins. I'm going to go to my doctor's appointment. I'm going to sleep as necessary. Walk in alignment. In your decisions, walk in alignment. Wake up to that. Wake up to your blockages. They are due to disalignment. They are due to your refusal to accept that we are in communion with all the parts of us. Mind, body, and soul. Neglecting the body or neglecting the soul or neglecting the mind is your blockage. Familiarize yourself with the basics. Reintroduce yourselves to these ancient discoveries. Regarding your chakras and the power they hold. And the skill that can be gained through balance. The effectiveness of being able to manifest in the energy of balance. Welcome progress into your lives. It's a choice, people. And as you set intentions, meditate on your motives. Be clear of what vibration they are in. Be clear on if it is interfering with someone else's free will. Be clear in what direction this will be taking me in. Which will it lead me in? Will it be leading me in the direction of ascension or demotion? Think before you act. I know a lot of us like to pick up the phone rather than think, rather than process, rather than go within. But no, we're being called to think in this new day. In this reality that we are being afforded opportunity to co-pilot our lives in truth and in integrity. Know the factors involved. Know the perimeters involved. Be confident in your knowledge of how to execute. That would demand more invested time in your spiritual walk. That would require more nurturing. What materials will be of assistance to you to help you to grow in the area of spirituality? These are things you need to know. These are not things I need to tell you. Because there are certain things you connect with that I don't connect with. And there are certain things I connect with that you don't connect with. Those of us that are creative by nature to a point of excelling in it, where this benefits us is many of the tools that we use we can create, right? But someone who is not excelling in that department may have to make certain purchases, right? Try to use what is already available to you. This is not about you getting bankrupt. Getting bankrupt is not what makes you spiritual. All right? It's not what puts you in the energy of advancement. It's not what gives you a step ahead when it comes to promotion. You can't buy your way to heaven. That's falsehood. That's fantasy. That's a lie that was told to you and me. Now that we're waking up to love and understanding that love is the most powerful energy of all, we know as we maneuver engaging love into our situations, we empower ourselves. We attract truth. We gain insight. We see things for what they are. We don't only say that we're deserving of the best. We walk in that energy of deserving the best. We set boundaries. We have certain limitations. As we respect, we expect it in return. I'm going to repeat what I have been repeating to you guys as I close, which is, there's nothing wrong with taking time out. It's encouraged for you to take time out. It's encouraged for you to disconnect. It's encouraged for you to go in hermit mode. It's called self-care. Is that a wake-up call to some of you? It's part of nurturing yourself. It's part of opening your crown chakra. It's part of healing. We are being called to take routine time outs for review of self. We need to focus more on self than our neighbors. Our efforts in self-development influences by energizing our neighbors to match up to the energy of win that we are in. If we want to assist others in progress, we should do less preaching and more living. Allow them to see the miracle that God has made of you. That's all they need. Share what may be beneficial. Share that God loves them too. Share in the energy of hope. Share that we're all connected. Share what benefits you, benefits me. We got this. Together, we got this. But are you ready for this togetherness? What's being revealed to me is the truth, y'all. The truth that there will always be good and evil. The truth that balance is the fruit of the universe. The truth that we need to walk in discernment. The truth is experience is the best teacher. The truth is what sets us all free. Don't just speak truth, walk in truth. Don't just walk in truth, know the truth. Connect all the dots. Dot all your I's. Read between the lines. Understand the symbolism. Not only in regards to shade, but in regards to what will benefit us, what will assist us in the department of growth, what will make a change. The change that we once said that we wanted to see. What steps are we taking towards that manifestation? This opportunity for a new beginning. Make this new beginning your best beginning. Make this your best beginning by continuing your best maintaining. Make this your best maintaining by completing your best winning. Spiritual strength is yours. Spiritual strength is yours. Spiritual strength is yours. Peace, love, and so